Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about the molds for concrete. I could show you guys because I really don't want to pick it up right now without the gloves. But I came up with an idea because I've been studying about plastic injection molding when they are removing the plastic injection molding, like all these ABS molds have these. This here is from like a pie, as you can see, like all the stuff in there. Well, that's coffee grinds because I just got this out the trash can, but there's one right there, right here, where my finger's at. And I think I'm capturing that. Right there, there's one right here. And if I turn it around, you can see them right there. And they go all the way around. There's one right there. One right there. So they're everywhere, basically, practically. And if I turn this one around, and like if you guys watch the videos in mold ejection, when they take it out, the machine has to take it out. What happens is that these little grooves here, the machine acts like a fork and it pushes it out, or like a tool to force it out of the mold. So there's one right there on the very top, right here. See that? That's the tool that pushed this out. There's another one right here, all the way around, right there. So anyway, like everything has it, even probably like this here, this water system thing. I don't see it though. Maybe they don't, I'm not sure, but I just don't see it, for me to. Oh yeah, right here, I think. See that? These little round. They're everywhere, right? So anyway, now, and basically the little things are like this. They're like little metal things, and these are just stakes, like these drywall. I mean, for the insulation. These here are used for the insulation, but these here are just pieces of metal that my friend gave me. Anyway, so my whole idea why I'm recording this video is for concrete demolding. Okay? So this is very important, especially for people that are dealing with concrete stepping stones. And there's a lot of detail, like these here. All this detail, and it has like these areas where they come out from the actual mold, so it actually makes it a little bit more difficult for the concrete to fall out and to demold them, but it's not impossible. And the interesting thing about all this is that I actually seen a video by watching a bunch of concrete paving, mold, demolding videos online through YouTube, And the crazy thing about it is that they used a squared mold, and a lot of the molds that are for sale, like at Home Depot and Lowe's and online, even the ones that have the straight up and down walls, as soon as you pour it, as long as it's not too runny and watery, you could pull it right up and then go to the next one, pour that, pull it up, and you can repeat the process, right? But with these, it's a little bit difficult because once you pour the concrete in here, you could turn it around technically and pick this up, and I'll just touch it because it's all greasy and stuff. But once it's down like this, and I try to, anyone tries to pull it up, what happens is that the air can't really get in there to demold it, for the concrete just to fall down, right? So what I was thinking was to create these air pockets on the mold somewhere where it's not highly visible. So I got my drill here, and oh shoot. So if I drill a hole, like say up here somewhere, and a few others, maybe when I get this right, maybe like one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, and maybe two right here, evenly spacing those out, like just scattered. And when I pour the concrete, I believe that you'll be able to immediately be able to pull it up and then pour another one, because those air bubbles. And what would happen is your concrete won't just come out pouring out like a ship in the ocean that got a puncture hole and all the water is going into it, because there's gravel, there's rocks, and eventually it's going to clog it up right there. You see what I'm saying? So, and even if the project is a big mold and you can't technically flip it over for whatever reason and demold it immediately, what you can do is come back with a flathead screwdriver, and wherever the hole's at, you'll be able to remove some of the concrete. And so the finished product like this, these are all done right here. So in the end, you have like, some type of agitation there or indent that's visible. But when customers come and look at it, they won't even pay attention to that. They'll be paying attention to the overall, statue or masterpiece, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it's straightforward. I don't think it'll mess with the mold at all. I don't think it'll damage it. And like I said, this will create or allow the air to enter the top and quickly being able to demold it without breaking it. Because see over here, I had that problem, this issue. Right there, it cracked. Right here. And right here. And then there's another one. This one right here. Right there. And then another one broke off. Everything broke almost immediately. And these are the extra parts to that mold there. As you can see, it's not it's not completely hardened and dried like this one. See, this is the leg here, the concrete leg, and it's still fresh. So I think this is revolutionary, a breakthrough discovery that I quickly thought of after watching all the videos on YouTube. So I am going to take the time today to drill. I don't have a drill bit on me, and everything, all the tools are at the house where we're building the house at Blue Sky, Bella Vista, and I'm over here in Reading, like 30 minutes away. So I don't really want to go all the way out there, grab the tools. That's the reason why I haven't even created some of my wooden forms, because I'm planning on making like paver stones as well. But I do have a screw, just a regular wood screw, exterior screw here. So I'm planning on screwing this through with the drill, as it already has a Phillips head attachment to it right here. So once I stop recording, I'm going to drill right here, and like I said, a few other spots on around the body, right here, and right here. And then that'll quickly allow me to demold these. So here, there's one down here, right? I could put this on there. It goes on there, pretty quickly and evenly. And the issue is that people are like, pulling this up, and it creates that unevenness, and it's causing the legs to break. See, so it's because there's no way the air can go through it. See, so I got the top up right here, but I haven't got this side. See, so it's very difficult to remove these, but eventually they come out. With these here, they're round, so they come out much faster and quickly because it's just one even, smooth radius, like circle, without all this little detail. So I believe that by doing this, it will allow the concrete and the demolding process to, to improve by at least 50%. So that's a great number for a lot of demolders and concrete makers and stuff like that. This one here is a flower mold, and this one, it happens to this one as well because of all this detail right here that that comes out like this. And that's how they look. Those particular ones are, this is one right here. So, I mean, it's not difficult because it's very heavy. So the concrete falls out almost immediately. I believe the heavier the concrete is, the faster that it'll get demolded. If you have it in an area that's almost trapped, and the concrete is very, very light, then it's a little bit more trickier to get it out. This one here, this one is a silicone mold. It's a flower. It's probably ready to come out, but I hate trying to take these out because usually they break on me. But this is the end result here. This is how they look. And the same can be true for this. At the, maybe like the inside or something, it can have some holes. So some holes in here. And that can quickly be like agitated even from the outside, just to allow air to flow in there and making the demolding process much faster and quickly. I mean, I don't really have that much of a hassle demolding these here, but sometimes it could, I could struggle, and it creates that, like, that vacuum where the mold doesn't want to demold because it's creating a vacuum. And so therefore what's in here in the mold, it's really, really difficult to pry out or to pull out. But eventually it does, because you either squeeze that area down so air can go in, and then it allows it to come out. But by doing the, like a small little hole there, then eventually when you pour the concrete, it'll clog it up and allow you to demold it much quickly and effectively. I guess if you have a much complicated, bigger design, what you can do is create like a cork or like create like a valve that will completely shut that area out to prevent the concrete from flowing out. And then once you're ready to demold it, you can, it could be like a soda bottle cap where you can, unscrew it to allow the air to, once you try to demold it, the air will flow in. Or if it's a valve, you can turn it on or off. And if you don't know how a valve works, or like how these things work here for the water, then you can always look it up on YouTube. But it's that general idea for the demolding process for concrete. So I haven't seen anything like that yet. Maybe people that been doing this for a very long time understand all this, or have obviously faced or ran into this issue themselves. But however, I believe that it'll make the production, the mass production of these molds much quicker, or quickly and effectively, by drilling some holes, some air pockets. And you guys can go as far as installing something, gluing it together, siliconing it, and it could even go into, like, it could have like a little indent, like these plastic molds, or these are not molds, but when they went in the injection, the plastic heater thing, the thermal heater or whatever, and all this was like very hot, it created these little things here. And basically that allows air to enter into the machine and push that object out, because some air goes in there, flows in there. I think. I'm not really certain though. But anyway, so yeah, I think as far as the plastic injection is concerned. You know, like everything has it. See this right here? The trash can? Right here. There's one right here. There's one over here. There's actually 5 of them. So they're in every single plastic thing, and I learned that from watching YouTube videos as well, how the injection molding machine works and operates, functions, all that. So anyways, I know it's just sounds straightforward. Anyone could come up with it, but it did take some research on my part, you know, and getting excited about all this. So if you are doing the same thing, you know, I can upload a different video and hopefully I can pour the concrete and demold it immediately. If that's the case, then I'll be able to do this all day long without having them sitting there for them to cure like this after a few hours and then demolding it, or waiting 24 hours and then demolding it, you know, because sometimes it doesn't give it that curing time and then it breaks like these, the ones I showed you guys, you know, because you're messing with the mold. You're trying to, you know, get that mold up off, and you're trying to allow the concrete to settle down on the, you know, the gravity takes effect and it's pushing it down. So all that stuff, you know, I could just imagine that. And that is what is happening. So anyways, I can like I said, I can do an update on this and share a little bit more ideas as I get more like hands-on experience and knowledge. But that is all for now, you know, because, okay, just very quickly, if someone creates or has a mold of a square with a top on it, like this cabinet here has that backing, they can put concrete in there and then they can try to lift it, but that lifting will be difficult because it's creating a vacuum inside, so that the air can't really go in that empty space, you know, where the concrete is at. But if that is removed, I seen it on YouTube where they pour the concrete on a square and then immediately they pull that up without any difficulties. So that is the reason why I'm sharing this idea with everyone. And I hope that all of you will be blessed in your ventures, and I hope this idea works for you. Try it out. Let me know in the comments if it helped you out at all, or if you have other ideas. Thank you very much. God bless.